What's up, guys? How's everybody doing today? Welcome to Daily Driven Exotics. This is the Daily Driven Exotics headquarters here in Victoria, BC. Currently riding a skateboard. On my way to my desk where I wanted to talk to you guys about an interesting story that's recently come up here in the local news that has a bunch of you local people, unfortunately, pretty upset with me. And I think, if you're still upset with me after I explain the truth behind what I said in the CHEK News interview that I gave, then you're still upset with me. But I think you were really given a very skewed perspective of what I said and my opinion around the Malahat and its speed limit. So, sorry, I just knocked a wheel I have here. It's one of the wheels from my Lamborghini. I just knocked the wheel here and it was knocking in the background. So this interview that I gave on CHEK News was in regards to a speeding ticket I got recently on the Malahat. For all of you who aren't from Vancouver Island who watch my channel, the Malahat is the name of the summit pass that you have to cross over to go from Victoria over to the northern side of Vancouver Island. And there's a several thousand-foot elevation. And this summit pass is very well known for having some very fatal accidents and bad accidents on it. And so there's a lot of controversy around what the speed limit should be, and the day that I was exceeding it and the ticket I got and my vehicle being impounded. They do impounding of vehicles automatically if you're doing 41 kilometers or over the speed limit here in British Columbia. So was I speeding? Yes. Do I feel like I deserve the ticket? Yes, of course I do. What is my actual opinion, though, which is what CHEK News wanted to apparently talk to me about when they asked me for an interview. Now, the interview right here all started from an email I got from the reporter, Calvin. And Calvin writes an email to Daily Driven Exotics saying, "Hi there, just saw your video with the Ferrari getting towed away. Wondering if we can chat. My name is Calvin, I work with CHEK News. We can get some airtime today, but we'd have to meet quickly." So you guys know who I'm dealing with. This is Calvin here. I found his Facebook profile. His name is Calvin T.O. I don't know, Toe or whatever. Anyhow, seemed like a nice enough guy. Did an interview with me for about 25 to 35 minutes approximately. They asked me to get in and out of a McLaren that I was going to be driving for the next couple of days. But nevertheless, they spent a significant amount of time with me asking me my opinion around the speeding limit of the Malahat, the Summit Pass. And I gave my opinion. And what's really interesting is that I gave a very detailed opinion that included a solution to not only increase the speed limit in certain sections of the Malahat, but also to decrease it, and how to overall, what I thought would be a safer way to make the entire pass flow more smoothly with the traffic, as well as make it just safer in general. Now, what's really interesting though is how they presented what I said to them in their broadcasting. I have it right here. If you haven't seen it, it's posted on the CHEK News website. It's titled "Langford Man." Langford is the city we're currently in. Langford man gets Ferrari impounded, wants higher speed limits. And in here they actually quote me apparently. They don't say they quote me, but they do a voiceover. That's where they show video footage and then someone speaking over that video footage. And it's actually not me speaking, but they say that I call for higher speed limits. I never said that in the interview at all. I'm going to tell you exactly what I did say, but this is very misleading. It's what a lot of people consider clickbait. It's exactly what their purpose is. It's to get more views. It's to cause drama, to stir up a conversation, and to essentially get a lot of engagement. And they succeeded at that, unfortunately damaging me and my reputation in the process. So what did I actually say about the speed limits on the Malahat? Well, I suggested that because the Malahat is a mountain pass, that it have digital signage that can be altered during different seasons of the year. So depending on the weather conditions, whether it be snow, rain, fog, or a beautiful sunny day, there would be someone in control of that signage determining what the safest maximum speed allowed to travel on certain sections would be. And that's the other variable, that certain sections of the Malahat are 2 lanes. And there's straight stretches, which could have as high of a speed as 120 kilometers an hour, in my opinion. And that's based off of other 2-lane straight stretches on Vancouver Island, just more north, that have a current 120 kilometer an hour speed rating. Then there are other sections that are single lane, very twisty, that I think are perfectly speed rated at the 70 kilometer an hour range. However, here's where it gets tricky. I don't believe that 70 kilometers an hour during winter in a fog, rainstorm, or snowstorm, even worse, is a safe speed to travel in those sections, no matter what vehicle you own. And so I said on camera with CHEK News and this gentleman, Calvin, that I even suggested that they lower the speed limits in certain sections of the Malahat. None of that gets mentioned. Nothing gets mentioned about my solution for digital signage like other mountain passes. They just blatantly say, and they lie, that I was calling for higher speed limits. And I never said that. In fact, let me play you a clip from 51 seconds in the interview that they put online that actually has the voiceover. So this is not me speaking.
In Valley, Fryer says he wasn't being dangerous and that speed limits should actually be higher.
Oh, I said that I wasn't being dangerous. I actually didn't say that word for word. And also that I thought speed limits should be higher. That's not my voice. I didn't say that in the interview. So they went ahead and completely lied about what I said in my interview. And this is really unfortunate because we live in a current time where nobody trusts mainstream media anymore. And this is exactly the reason why. This is the reason why there are independent people reporting the news from around the world from their home on a YouTube channel that have more subscribers and more audience base than a local news company like this that have all these employees and tons of resources who could be telling a truthful story that is just as engaging. I mean, it blows my mind that they did this. Now, there has been a lot of comments. There's a Facebook group for CHEK News. Where is it here? CHEK, right here, where they've posted the article, and there's a whole bunch of comments. Now I've written something here to kind of just give a bit of context about all this. But you can go through, and there's hundreds and hundreds of comments. I think there's 540 comments or something now. And it's a mixed bag of comments. Everything from people siding with me that the speed limit should be higher, again, without the context of only in certain spots of the Malahat. There are sections that the speed limit's perfectly fine for a beautiful sunny day, which is what I was driving on. However, there's people who say that the speed limit should stay the same, and that's fine. And there's people who have some really good facts around, things I don't know about, things about how many speeding accidents have happened, how many accidents have happened around improperly maintained vehicles, not having the right tires for the weather conditions, all that sort of stuff. And I think that's great. It's great that we have a conversation. That's what we need. And there should be a conversation among the community. However, there's some what we call trolls, people who just basically verbal diarrhea all over in the comment box, just whatever. And some stuff's really funny and some stuff's really sad. Some stuff to the point where, I get people would be upset that I was exceeding the speed limit in an excessive way based on the 41 over rule. But to suggest that, or to imply that my speed could endanger someone's life, which it could, let's say, that the cause of that which never did cause anybody any harm, thankfully, right? Even though that happened, because I did that, there are people suggesting that me and my family should be physically harmed. I don't know what type of psychotic thoughts these people have, but I think you need to go and seek some help, because to get on here and to suggest that myself and my family should be harmed because I was exceeding the speed limit is pretty idiotic. Second of all, there's the other type of comments. There's the type of people who comment on here that basically say, there's some crazy stuff, but there was another one where someone said that the vehicle should be crushed, that the Ferrari should be crushed, and I should lose my license forever because of this. I need to let you guys know, I'm a YouTube personality. I put myself out here all over the world on purpose. If you think you're offending me or you're upsetting me in any way, you're really not. I know what comes with the territory with this business, and these type of stupid moronic comments just basically reflect to the audience, all the people reading your comment, that, you know, you're obviously super jealous because you're targeting the car, like Crush's car. All I can say to you is, you know, I hope you guys find something better to do than come up with stupid, non-factual comments like this. If not, keep trolling. I guess in some way it's great engagement. Hopefully CHEK News is getting everything they want out of this story, other than probably me telling the truth. I hope you guys subscribe to my channel. That's all I really got to say on the topic is, mainstream media, you guys suck. You're really fucking it up, but you're making everybody out here in the YouTube world who want to tell the truth, who are really clear with what's going on and aren't sugarcoating it and twisting it. You're making us look good. So thanks for watching this episode of Daily Driven Exotics. I hope you guys didn't mind the video. I'm just doing a handheld thing. This is really quick, just trying to clear some things up. And back to my regular programming in the next couple of days. I'm going down to California to pick up the Lamborghini Huracan. The Ferrari will be out from the Impound this Sunday. And in the meantime, I've had a McLaren from Silver Arrow downtown. Thanks again, guys. You guys are awesome. Have a great day. Peace.